The term catfishing has become widely known and well understood in recent years, with Slade, Narro and Buchanan describing its use in pop culture. Both a film and an adapted TV series are dedicated to exploring the term as well as showcasing the real people behind the online identities. As Peterson and Slade, Narro and Buchanan demonstrate, multiple definitions exist, but all have the common theme of creating an online profile portraying someone that you are not really in real life. To explore this idea, we're going to focus on its application in the online dating world. As DeMasi notes, online dating is no longer a deviant activity, but very mainstream, as evidenced by the numerous online dating advice books that have been published. Obviously, there is a very real demand. Media portrayal of catfishing on dating websites generally shows people falling victim to financial scams. Catfishing within online dating websites has been shown by Wodtke to cost in the UK alone over $400,000 a year, affecting 230,000 victims. But there are many more victims worldwide. However, it is both difficult and embarrassing to report these crimes. As Wodtke and Buchanan note, law enforcement needs to strive to make it easier for victims to feel they can report. Generally, victims fall for these scams after falling for an online user and then being asked for money after their partner describes a dire circumstance. Wodtke and Buchanan cite common examples as unexpected hospital fees or document loss during travel. These requests may go on for months. As well as financial scams, victims may land in dire circumstances of violence when fooled by catfishing in the online dating world. While in financial scams people may fall for an entirely fictional identity, in many cases people fall for a version of someone and then proceed to take the relationship into the real world only to discover they're not quite who they made themselves out to be. In extreme cases, as described by Hitchcock, meetings can end in murder, kidnapping and even rape. But it is important to remember, despite media attention, that cases such as this are not the norm. But why do people fall victim to this phenomena, particularly if they have seen the warning signs? Wodtke describes cognitive dissonance theory as being instrumental to these situations. The theory, in essence, says that we seek out information that supports what we already believe and reject information that conflicts with our ideas or beliefs. Applied to online dating, if we see something suspicious, it is not uncommon to ignore it and instead look for information that supports our belief in the person on the other end of the communication. This can explain people falling victim to both serious and more trivial catfishing occurrences. Despite the most common media coverage, catfishing can also have positive outcomes and is indeed undoubtedly employed by everyone, online or in real life. After all, the idea of disguising or modifying ourselves to find a mate has been around for a very long time, with clothing, cosmetic and plastic surgery industries profiting from our desire to change the representation of ourselves we share with the world. Research by Seidman has found that slight misrepresentations online are quite common, but thankfully major lies are actually very rare, so people need not fear. Mainstream media rarely talks about happy outcomes from catfishing. However, the MTV show Catfish has shown at least one case of catfishing that ended in marriage. Many other cases, written about in research and online media, may end in friendship or romance. While scammers may create fake profiles for a very specific purpose, everybody presents themselves in a different manner depending on the sites they are on and who they're interacting with. Included in the numerous dating books available and discussed by Ulick and Wodtke are guides on how to present photos and profile information to create an appealing profile for other users to view online. Surely as soon as we start to consciously represent ourselves in a certain manner, we are also catfishing. But why do we present different versions of ourselves or insist on having certain profile photos? Impression management theory is described by Wodtke, Baker and Inman as the routine control individuals exert over the impressions they create for others. Influencing impressions and the way others see us, people can maximize rewards. In online dating, this would be getting a date. Creation of these impressions refers to the ways individuals intentionally construct a public self to elicit reactions from others. So while catfishing is shown by the media to be an activity undertaken by fraudsters, it is really something that every individual takes part in, arguably offline as well as online, especially when dating is involved. We consciously change our self-representation depending on the situations we're in, from hanging out with friends to seeing family to going on a date. Is that not misleading someone as much as online catfishing does? The real question is, online or offline, can we ever truly present an objective and genuine version of ourselves, or are we always catfishing someone?